I have been to many conferences, and if attendance is any measure of success, this conference is in its own class. I say so because this is the only conference I have attended that there are more people at the closing ceremony than there are at the opening ceremony. But having said that, I do not know what is left of my closing remarks after listening to the little girl from Kibera, Stacy. I think she could have well has made the closing remarks on behalf of the government of Kenya. But let me try. It has been delightful to be with you in the course of this week, and I'm greatly honored to speak as we close the ICPD25 Nairobi Summit. On behalf of the government and the citizens of Kenya, I convey our appreciation for the honor of hosting you in this city of Nairobi. We love hosting, and our culture esteems visitors and considers the opportunity to host a tremendous and a precious one. Our joy in having so many of you from such diverse backgrounds and many countries of the world is immeasurable, and we don't take it for granted. Distinguished delegates, over the quarter of a century since Cairo, our world and our societies have changed immensely. They've become more populous, more diverse, and more complex. With these changes, more challenges as well as enormous progress has been made. Determined cooperative efforts by the international community, effective initiatives by national institutions, and inspired efforts of dedicated individuals has kept the determination strong and alive. Acknowledging changes and challenges while keeping the faith has driven us to this point. Here in Nairobi, we have revisited our commitments as captured in the ICPD25 Action Plan and evaluated them against the changes and challenges that 25 years of growth and increasing local and global complexities bring. It has been quite encouraging to note that the fire still burns and that our determination remains strong. The plan of action was well set out in the 5 thematic areas. We have seen that every country made credible efforts to advance the commitments, and indeed commendable progress has been achieved. We have also witnessed here that there is vast willingness to go even further in ensuring that the human rights and dignity of the individual remain the focal point of agenda for progress. In particular, I'm encouraged by the consensus that has emerged that advancing women's rights and well-being is at the center of unlocking the social power that is needed to drive positive economic and political transformation. Indeed, investing in women and girls is good as an end in itself, but also yields tremendous dividends that accelerate sustainable development in terms of reducing inequality, poverty and unemployment, and also generating continuous growth. This consensus makes our work on the unfinished business of the Cairo Plan of Action much more realistic. Let us seize the moment and the opportunity, therefore, and make a big push to give a stronger assurance against gender-based violence, maternal deaths, female genital mutilation, early child marriages, as well as unemployment, poor school enrollment, transition and completion, and inadequate skills. We realize that the strength of our commitments to the ICPD plan of action is commensurate with the speed of attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals. As President Kenyatta said here on Tuesday, we shall accelerate progress in our commitments by packaging priority actions and programs that guarantee concrete outcomes. Secondary and tertiary education, more rapid reduction in maternal deaths, the total elimination of FGM and child marriages, and the acceleration of equal participation by women in all spheres of social, political, and economic endeavor will take priority in our policy, in our legislation, and in our budget. This focus will require stronger partnerships with other governments, development partners, civil society groups, private sector, religious communities, and most critically, women and youth in their individual and collective outfits. Our commitments are intrinsic components of Kenya's constitutional dispensation and national socio-economic transformation blueprint. The implementation of our commitments is coordinated through our National Council for Population and Development, which led the technical committee that prepared this summit and our implementation plan. The committee will also champion the tracking of implementation and report annually to the President. We carry forward a message that we have agreed in unison regarding the 000 commitment: zero unmet need for family planning, zero preventable maternal deaths, and zero gender-based violence and harmful practices against women, girls, and youth. I know everyone else has put in place similar mechanisms to ensure that these commitments are met with appropriate action, programs, and interventions. I wish all of us good luck and Godspeed as we embark on the good work going forward. I must thank the government of Denmark and the leadership of the UNFPA, who co-hosted this beautiful and successful event with Kenya. I acknowledge with tremendous gratitude the Secretaries General of the United Nations, the African Union, and the Chairman of the African Union. I also extend sincere gratitude to their Excellencies, heads of state and government who attended the summit, as well as all delegates who took time to be here, and for committing great effort to contribute to the outcomes in this conference. We relish, as Kenya, your presence. Since we all agree that you have all worked really hard and done very well, I invite you to reward yourselves with a delightful attraction of our beautiful city in the sun. And indeed, if you find it difficult to leave Kenya, as many will, here is the reason. Kenya, by scientists, has been identified as the cradle of humankind. This is home to all of you, and you are welcome back home, and you are welcome to stay. and to enjoy the unforgettable charms of magical Kenya. I thank you all. Kongoi mising, erokamano, oriomuno, newegamuno, asanteni sana, merci beaucoup. God bless you all. Thank you.